don't know the last of that, so that's why I didn't finish something else.
Hey, Tanya, that looked good. We made us a sandwich.
Didn't say short and
It was left at her apartment.
okay.
All her belongings were still left at her apartment. Hey, Alan. Um,
The youngest was Amy, wasn't
you welcome. Huh?
it? The younger one. It was Amy.
Medalist. I want you to talk about most.
Yeah, but the younger one was Amy, right?
I don't know. Just put daughters down there. She's having to jot down some stuff for me. Hey, Lamb. How you doing tonight, love? Only hanging in there. Maybe I'll get some sleep tonight. Huh? Hey, Sabina. I didn't bat eye yesterday. There you go. Hey, Connie. Hey, Lisa. Um, she's putting this pen to paper for me. Um, hey, Pamela. Uh, when we do this, um, Alicia, um, we go to the grave site. I just wanted you to know that we'll be filming, you know, and it'll go up to the channel. So uh, I didn't know if you might want me to share any of this info now or wait till then. It's totally up to you.
That sounds right,
That's okay. Okay, good.
That sounds right,
13 showcases, five with one T.
That sounds right for what she
Yeah.
said.
13 cases, five landed.
Yeah.
Well, his was one T.
That's the one where I thought of to write that name down.
Okay. I didn't know. I forgot to mention that a minute ago. Um, Alicia's been trying to get a hold of me, and she asked me if I'd pray for her and her family. And I said, of course I will. Something tragic has happened, and everybody that watches this or is watching now, throw out a prayer to Alicia Bassenger's family. Um, her, you said it was your sister, I believe. Um, uh, was shot and killed uh, in someone's apartment. Shot off 13 rounds, uh, and 5 hit, but they found 13 casings. So I shot her in the back. All her possessions was left at her apartment, and they're thinking that he forced her to come with him, and maybe she was trying to leave or something. And they said that the police over there in Decatur said that it was an AK-47, and usually them are piercing bullets that will go through a vest very easily. So, uh, hey, Lisa. Uh, so everybody just throw out a prayer for uh, Alicia and her family. I'm going to do a session uh, for her tonight or tomorrow one, and then uh, Monday or Tuesday we'll be going down there, and I'm going to go by the apartment that she got killed in, and I'm gonna film all of it, and then we're gonna go to the gravesite. They buried her. When they say they buried her,
1 second.
just the other day, um, but she wasn't found for a week. So whoever did this, he was a coward. He turned around and shot himself. So he's just about right where I want him. So we'll find out the why and all that stuff. I'm pretty sure he was probably one of them controlling freak deal things, and you know he yeah. Apparently he's had a bad rap anyway. He even shot his mama.
Yeah.
But there's some things that they've told us that are kind of confusing, that they don't know for certain about, and I want to ask those questions, and and we'll go from there. But when I well, like I said, when we get to the cemetery, I'm gonna turn the box on, and I'm gonna let them do the ask another questions. But with me doing a session on her to start with, it'd be easier for me to get when we go over there Monday or Tuesday. Uh, so this has been a very bad, tragic situation. So sad. I mean, I hate to hear it. Um, if indeed he used AK-47. Um, I can guarantee you that it wasn't slow. But yeah, put off 13 rounds and 5 hit. So sad. uh, when I turned the laptop on, there's something talking about Daniel said that Malaya and her mama are both in on it. So now they done got it stirred up so much that Daniel's trying to get out of some of the heat here now, finally. Instead of wanting to be in front of that camera, he's talking.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that plays out, too. What do y'all think on Jack and Lilly so far? And or I don't know if it was Daniel said it or who, but yeah, me too. Uh, yeah. Uh, they got it saying that she kept the kids down in the basement. Yeah, and I got to thinking, well, where's the basement in that mobile home? So, yeah, the his mom had to be involved. She's the one that will not let them in to search. But all they got to do is get a search warrant, and that don't take 30 seconds. Nowadays, they can print them up in the car. So I don't understand why we ain't done got something going on here. It don't make no sense. They're wasting time. I figured he'd probably have to get pretty hot before he went to talking. Right, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Well, behind the way they edited it in, it showed a like a house back there, a real nice house. Um, and supposedly they were in that basement of that house. That's here nor there. Uh, I'm telling you, they getting so wound up. Hey, Andy. Yes, she got to. Somebody gonna have to, because I I think they're gonna. I think they're gonna cause Daniel to do something kind of ignorant too, because he's backed in a corner so bad he just can't back up no more. No, ain't none of that adding up. Words flip. But I never would have thought that he would start telling on Malaya, because I well I kind of thought it, but I figured it because of what's being said here. Um, Numbnuts, he's ratting on them, and now probably went and said something smart to Daniel's mama, and then pissed Daniel off. So now Daniel's talking, but now he's done let it out on Malaya's part and her mama, trying to take the heat off of him and his mama. So yeah, that's the lane they're trying to travel now. Malaya and her mama. So right now it's kind of like Monopoly. You don't know where you gonna land, and it ain't gonna be with a get out of jail free card. Nothing any of them has ever said makes any sense. And I hate to say this, but Numbnuts is the only one that actually kind of told anything a little bit legit, and that was about getting rid of evidence. And I mean, he pretty much went ahead and claimed it himself. Said when he said that if the reservation could have gotten them children in time, they would still be alive and doing well, or while alive. So if that's not a confession, what is it?
Huh? It was the middle sister that was dead by her.
That what?
That's buried by her, right? She's just now got buried by, right?
I have no idea.
She's on that screen. Just to be
well,
sure.
What was the name?
April.
April?
Wasn't she already buried before this Sydney person was?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Before I wrote it down to be sure.
Well, they gonna have to now. I mean, all right, you take Daniel, you take Malaya, her mama, his Daniel, uh, his brother, his mama, okay, and then you take uh, Cody's mama, okay. She pretty well knows, okay. Don't let them fool you. So right there's 7, right there, right off the top. Okay, and them 2 friends that was in here the other night watching in the background, they know it. And now that they've done crossed everything up, they ain't no way either one of them can back out of it. You see, so only way they can go is forward. Because if not, as soon as they say something else, then they're just going to stop them in their tracks. I mean, they cannot unsay what they've done said. Yes. Very upset. Yes. Yeah. No. It's just about wanting to take the eye off of the main priority here. And then them talking like they're just out chasing for a basket of cookies. No. We just need 2 babies. And that's it. And that's why I don't like that gum just putting up a good thumbnail to get somebody in here to watch for a view, and you ain't got no evidence on these children. That crosses a line with me. It's either proof in the pudding or either don't do it. If they did something like what I do, try to give them a voice and let them talk and actually listen to them, it might be a different tale, but not doing this like they're doing now, no. Yes, they would. They would be admired from around the world. There is no place on the face of this earth that them children could go or be where at some point in time they would not be on a photo or a video. I mean, that's just ignorant. Yeah. You know, it's pathetic that it has to get to something like that to get something out of somebody, but it does. I mean, it has to. Somebody's really putting some heat under Daniel. I'm telling you. Either authorities went back again today at some point in time, and they're getting this notification somehow like that. That's why they're uploading what they have now. That the kids have been uh, kept in a basement. That Malaya and her mama is the ones that's involved, but Numbnuts already claimed that he was involved, and everybody knows that apparently, if it's true that she is a nurse and was getting home late and let her partner stay the night, well, there's going to also be that party. There's going to be a good bit of people that's fixing to hammer down on about 3 people, and they're all going to slam them good. But you can only be backed into a corner for so long. When it comes out, they gonna be a lot of people. Uh, I would say that the res would have moral standards of child neglect or doing any type of bodily harm to a child more than per se out in the rest of the world, because they go by a code, you know, and that's just not tolerated. And of course they're getting upset, and you know they can knock her and her mama and everybody out the books, and they can never come back, and they can even have them locked up if they keep on going the right way like this. I would I hate to know that they could be even 1% of evidence that Cody's mom knows anything about this, because if it's true that they have not let her see these grandbabies, and Malaya and them's just wiped her and Cody out, that's wrong. No matter what Cody has done, that's still their grandmother. And maybe over the last couple of days, maybe she has said something that's brought more of an idea of what they might find in that trailer. Because, well, we did it earlier, and they wasn't but like 2 little clips that was up. So they just got put up a few hours ago. So whatever is stirring up the hornet's nest is been in within the last few hours. So I bet they feel like they've been rode hard and put up wet, been kicked with some spurs. I'm telling you, because it's not going to end well. Yeah, that was it, just for a little while. And yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all we need. And I might I'd be satisfied. But there, I don't care if you're in the U.S., Canada, Brazil, Hong Kong, wherever. I don't give a damn. There's no way you can tell me that you can't get a court order to go in and search a place. Hey, Cassie. I mean, that's just, you know, okay, that's stupid. That's just not wanting to do your job. Yeah, no, I know what you mean. I would too. I would too. That's exactly what I'd do. And but they can't tell me that they can't do that. And I know for a fact now that any cop can print out a search warrant and have the judge to click one button, one button, and it puts his signature or her signature on the bottom of the paper. And when it comes out, it's ready to go. They can have it done in 30 seconds. They could been in that house, that trailer, been in that camper, and okay, got the DNA and been done with it. I don't know what's going on with them Canadian authorities, but they suck. I'm telling you. Yeah, and all the talk is been trying to be off the children and just about their feelings. I don't give a damn about how they feel. When you do wrong to a child, I have no use for you. I don't care who it is. That that's wrong. I don't I don't understand it. I just hey Tori. Everybody throw out a prayer for Tori. Uh, she's got to hurting from doing some exercising today. I know how that feels, love. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Tanya. I I mean, I wouldn't care if he sat in there and rot. I mean, yeah, we had to pay for them to do it, but do it. I don't care. Them children, they done lived their life. You know, if these children are alive, they ain't no. I don't know why I even keep putting if in there. These children are alive. We've done seen it. Somebody around this world would have seen it. Can't tell me there's so many 100 billion people around this world that can't lay eyes on two children. Bless you. Thank y'all for that. Uh, you know, I don't know what they're waiting on. I'm about ready to take one, Tanya. Yeah. Every time I try to do a little too, I get hurting so bad I can't hardly stand it. This is who knows. It could have been Cody's mom or numbnuts that stirred this up tonight. I don't know, but whoever did it did a pretty good job to get Daniel to turn on Malaya. That, that's all I can say about that. But we will definitely listen and see what. Hold on, wait a minute. Now they got one on crime only here now that says suspect busted. these people that edit these thumbnails, hey Cassie, just they're just not right. Something happened. They failed at some point. Uh, you know, all this time, the best logic they could come up with is that the kid slipped out the back door, sliding glass door. Well, it's all right. Well, some something had to stir it up. I mean, something was said. Either they were in town or at the store or something said, and or Malaya's mom sent a text or something and stirred up the hornet's nest. I don't know. Or Cody's mom. I don't know. But y'all know from the beginning. Yeah, that's right. I do too. I do too. Uh, well, y'all know, like I said, that from the beginning they claimed that the kids come out the sliding glass door, which we know that daggone lie. Well, on this one here, um, let me get it back over there. Is you can see they got it circled in red. Whoever does the editing, I need them over here at my house to do editing for me. And it shows this person in black going out that sliding glass door. Suspect busted. Now, what you think of that? Now, from the time I've sat right here till now, now just think of this for just a second. Just really think about it. No longer than we've been sitting right here talking. It's went from Daniel saying that Malaya and her mama did it all and was involved. They know Numbnuts was involved. Now they're saying that the suspect was busted with an edited version of a full grown person coming out that sliding glass door. Now, wouldn't it made more sense if you would have edited in two small children coming out of that door than a full mask, hoodie, and the whole 9 yards, and put a big red circle around it? Wouldn't that look more kind of like what you've been telling the whole time? That's what I'm talking about. These thumbnails that you're looking at right here, that is a thumbnail. That's what makes you want to look at the videos. That thumbnail, that picture. From just the time we've been sitting here. Okay. It's went from Daniel smoking on fire hot, pissed off. Okay. His mama ain't gonna let nobody up in there unless they get a search warrant, and they could have done within 30 seconds. I don't know if Cody's mom is sitting out on the front porch anymore or not either. She might be up in the house with the shades pulled down. I don't know. The two friends of Malaya, Daniel's brother, that other person, whoever that was that he used to work with or whatever. And all these are, and numbnuts, they're they're clamming up, you say, and yeah, you know, just I guess the best way to say it is, you know, Daniel's had all this pressure on him all this time along, he would have took the fall for this if nothing else come out of it. But now, okay, something's triggered him. He loves Malaya, but something has happened. Something was said. Something was seen. Yeah, I tell you what, it's sad, but this is worse than any TV series I ever seen in my life. I don't understand the authority side of this. Okay, I get it. They don't want to go back in the woods because ain't nobody in there to look for. I understand that. But to turn authorities away to prove your innocence because you chihuahua might bark or whatnot, ain't that, yeah, it, it's a shame. It is. You said it perfectly. A shame. Now I'm starting to look at it like, okay, the law knows what is going on. They just need a few little pieces to tidy up, but they're just waiting around for no, uh, not one bit. And no, and they're not thinking of these children. They're thinking of the publicity that this is sending to their their place up there. And let me tell you something, it's not looking good at all. I don't down here in Alabama, you would be sitting at jailhouse till you figured out what you could say or you could prove. Innocent until proven guilty, my tail end is right first around down here. You're guilty till proven innocent. Well, no, the CPS, I mean the whatever that them people are, they got the baby. They got Meadow, and as soon as they took Meadow, she cut out. Yeah, and why not try to prove you're innocent? Say, come on in. You know, if you make a mess, clean it up, but not let them come in because it might disturb their chihuahua. Now, ain't that something? What's more important? Hey, Reese, how you doing, love? What is more important here? The finding of your grandchildren or the nervous system of your chihuahua? I mean, which, which hand's going to shift? You know, which one you going to choose? They can't be this ignorant. They can type it out in their vehicle in 30 seconds. Well, I mean, she don't want to prove her innocence, letting them come in the home because it might upset her dog. Well, like I said, which is more important? You're missing grandchildren or the nervous system of your chihuahua? I mean, surely to God, they're not that ignorant up there. I tell you what I think. I could be wrong. But I think authorities up there think that these some of these other missing children and teens that's been found here lately, they also might have some kind of involvement in it. I mean, they've been about three or well, three I know of found along the pipeline trail. So I mean, good deal. Um, yeah, yeah. If they're down here, they done been in jail out. You don't get out down here till you prove yourself innocent. And they wouldn't take 30 seconds to print out a search warrant and knock your door down either down here. Yeah, well, I heard that too, Pamela, but that's just to try to take the heat off this bunch right here. Um, yeah, I mean, what would be more important than your grandchildren? It don't make sense. I mean, they're trying to turn this into some kind of funny show or something, and I'm not having any of it. They didn't. They didn't. They had no feelings for Jack and Lily. Yeah, they'd be under jail out there now, Mom. She didn't. A big possibility, especially old numbnuts. Uh, but I want to see what we might can hear. Uh, Me too. Me too. And I mean, I have I have studied him and studied him and studied him and studied him, and I still do not, and I'll keep my word. I still do not think that Daniel took the lives of these children. If that has happened, if if indeed it has happened, then Numbnuts gave it up the other day when he said, "Okay, she snapped. She done some things that you can't fix now." That come out of his own mouth, out of his own clip. So I mean, yeah, racist. Hey, Christine. Yeah, yeah, it does, Andy. I mean, it just can't stand still. Won't look at you in your eyes. I mean, and if he does, then he looks right straight back down at his shoes again, and he's shaking his head. Every one of them that knew anything about this and has not reported it, which apparently they're not going to bother them. But anyway, they should. Down here, they would. I mean, that's just straight up. Down here, if you don't tell and you hold evidence, your butt's going to have just as much time as the killer did. I can guarantee that. But, yeah. That's what they were saying the other day. There will nobody stand up and back him up because he's standing up for Malaya. His side can't stand Malaya, and Malaya's side can't stand Daniel's side. That's all that is.
That's how that goes down.
Yeah, that's all that is. And then Numbnuts, trying to weasel his way in there so he can be part of it. And then when he got rejected, well, he just trying to take them all down. But this is the first time Daniels ever spoke out bad about Malaya, especially saying anything about her and her mama have been involved in this. So, yeah, within the last, yeah, he sure does. I mean, just like Cody's mom, she spoke 1,000 words and really didn't say more than 50. A person's actions can tell you about everything they are to know. And she knows something. And I'm not too sure that anybody be seeing her on an interview anymore for a while. Like I said, she'll probably stay in the house with the blinds down, I guess. Yeah, they found two kids, a little boy, and then another child. Yeah, and they were all along that pipeline down through there. So, could it be relevant to anybody else around the neighborhood? I mean, who knows? But all I know is I wouldn't want to be in their shoes. I can guarantee you that. I couldn't see myself hurting a child. Well, see that's what beginning I was saying they was gonna have to use against them, especially Malaya. Use the baby as bait. Bad as I hate to say that in that way, but that's what they'd had to do. But now that they got uh, Daniel stirred up, everything's been hit the fan now. His, we thought it was weird before. Wait, give it a day or two. You'll see what I'm talking about. No, neither one of them ever see any of them children again, ever. No, yeah, she ain't got nothing to do now. But see, coming in and out, and then probably having to show this and do that, and you know the hearsay. They say, he says, she said. The res is hearing all this stuff. They're not deaf, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, they're getting tired of it. They're getting pissed off. I would. Yeah, it tears me up that I don't get to see my children all the time neither. I mean, I, all my girls, they all three work two jobs, and I ain't got to see them since Larry passed away, and that's how long did you say it's been since Larry died?
It has been.
I thought it says about 6 months or something. Uh,
sure if I have it on this,
But yeah, I'm not gonna see mine in about 6 months. It kills me every day. Oh, hey, it kills me every day. I'm worried, worried they're okay, if, how they're feeling, this and that and other, and their way they work. You can't sit there and answer the phone, call, and aggravate them. It could cost them their jobs. You know how people are nowadays. But I love my children, and daggum it, I'd go through hell or high water for mine. Yeah, it's aggravate.
Something.
Who knows something?
Hey. What?
Malaya. What about Malaya? Who choked what? Whooped with a belt? Wait. Who choked who? Are you talking about Jack and Lilly? Hey. They were moved out from under what? They were moved out from under what? They were muddy. Okay. Okay. The little fella there. You said choked. And then whipped. Then whipped with a belt. See what I'm talking about? See there what I'm talking about? These children know exactly who we're talking about. They're not dumb by no means. Yeah. Yeah, they do. Yeah. About to do that very thing. my daggone throat is acting up. Did y'all hear that part when that little boy said, I was choked and whooped with a belt? Did y'all hear that? I think that time it was Jack. And Lily's voice is a little high pitched, little Well, you can tell it's about like a 6-year-old, 5, 6-year-old. And you could tell that was about 3 or 4-year-old baby trying to say stuff right there. And they get in trouble. That's what they're going to say. I was whooped with a belt, you know. And that's just what a child his age would say. But why would he say choked in the process of that? See what I'm saying? It was Jack. Jack and Lilly. Can you hear me? Jack, was that you that said whooping? Whooped me on the butt. You said choked. Who choked who? Wait. Mom. Jack. Hey. Jack. Lilly. Feel free to speak here, love. Say anything you want. Good or bad. I don't care. Can you tell me who choked who? Jack. Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Did Mom get mad? Yeah. What did Mama do? Jack, Lilly, what did Mama do? You let him tell you. What did Mom do? Hey, John. Why would they burn their toys? What would be in it for that? What? Asked about Daniel. Yeah, I'm going to. It does me too, family. It tears me up. I don't. Yeah. Now, know this ain't. Jack and Lilly Sullivan. Hear me, love. Can you tell me about Daniel? Did did Mom get mad at Daniel too? The gentleman said they were fussing too. Let the children speak as much as they possibly can.
Break.
Thank you, Leo, and welcome, and thanks for being a JSB fan. Everybody, welcome Leo in the house. Jack, Lily. Can you tell me the last thing that you remember from Mom or Daniel? Jack, Lily. What's the last thing you remember from Mom and Daniel? I just heard something I didn't like. He wouldn't be quiet, so they tied his mouth. So I don't like that. I don't like that dog. Sometimes that underlying voices is the one you very, 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 very are very important to listen to. Other people try to write in and want to say some other junk too. But you have to listen to the ones that are giving answers back of what you're asking. And that whoever that fella was said he wouldn't be quiet. So they bound him and wrapped his mouth up. So yeah, I'm sure there's a lot of abuse going on here, quite a bit. Yeah. JD's Wacky World, yeah. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Let Jack and Lily. Can you tell me what Mom did? And then tell me what Daniel did? I know they know. Jack, Lily. Yeah. Lily. What'd you say, Summer? Teeth Jack. Teeth. Sometimes when you listen to these things back, if you will write down what you believe you hear, sometimes you can go from backwards to forward and get out exactly what it is that's being said. I don't know why their spectrum, their realm is not set with ours. They just run off muscle memory. So sometimes when they say something, they may be saying the tail end of it first. And that's the only part we get to hear until we play it back. And I know I've heard choked, whipped with a belt, bound, and taped his mouth up because he wouldn't be quiet. Okay. Now I've heard Jack in teeth. Okay. And also, who the gentleman is speaking, also said was burning their toys. I don't. If you had any hope left that your children is coming back, why would you burn their toys? So I'm talking about. You want proof in the pudding. You want to hear the facts. What's going on? You don't want to hear an old broken record player, you know. But some of these things are so hard to listen to. When it comes to a child, it'll just break your heart. The things that they have to go through. Jack and Lilly. Jack and Lilly. Jack, Lilly, Sullivan. Let Jack and Lilly speak. Jack and Lilly, can you tell me where you are? Good night. Good night. Yeah. Jack, Lilly, Grandma. Jack, Lilly. I heard a female say Grady. Good night, brother. Jack and Lilly Sullivan. When Mama got mad and did whatever, did it all happen in your house? Did you say whoop? Truck and what?
What?
Well, yeah. I don't. You really don't know what to say to babies this little. I, I don't know if I'm going too much overboard or if not enough. If they're just understanding what I'm trying to say. Um, I heard they had us under something, and then someone else started speaking again. Uh, said a belt. I bet you wouldn't do me a big favor, would you? Go get me a couple of them chews.
I already knew that was coming.
Well, I'm having heartburn, man. Yeah. Give me just a minute, guys. I'm having heartburn like crazy. I can't. It's coming plumb up my throat. I hate hearing this. I hate it with a passion. Yeah. It's the same way here, on my show. What's said can't be taken back. You know, we can't tell these children what to say. We can't tell any spirit what to say, or anyone, alive or dead. It's not our choice, it's free will. But apparently, whoever the gentleman is and the missus that is some loved one of them babies have let them apparently be able to use a lot of their energy because Jack is speaking a lot better today than had been. And um, when he speaks loud, you know. And when you hear Lilly, you know. I can point it right out to you. Daggum sandwiches.
Something. Curse.
Malaya killed what?
That's dirty.
No, honey. Jack, I was told, is 4, not 3. Is that correct or is that incorrect? I believe she said Jack's 3. Or has he even had his fourth birthday party yet? I don't know. So I thought too. Yep. Jack's little. Jack. Lily. Can you tell me? You can. Jack, like Jack and Lily. Can you tell me where you Jack? Did you say can't or cat? They're under what? Jack. Summer, I just heard Lily say your name. So now we might get somewhere. Jack and Lily Sullivan, hear me, love. Can you tell me where you are right now? Let them have time to speak. Jack and Lily Sullivan, hear me, love. Can you tell me where you are now? Paula's daddy. Yeah. Well, wait a minute. Jack, Lily. Hey. You know, I want to ask them these questions about what we've heard on some of these. Hey, Carol.
Hey, Carol.
What we've heard on some of these ignorant updates. But with Daniel rattling off saying that Malaya did do something and her mom was involved, when she snapped, is it possible that she may have put them in that crawl space? Is it possible that, now remind you not, I know how some campers of that model is made. And if there, I don't know if it's got a hot water heater in it or not, but I do know that if it didn't and had been taken out and they just went to the trailer to bathe and all this, you could put something in there. But how in the world do you just bluntly ask the child, without it sounding as bad as it is? I mean, it is. Crawl space. Jack and Lily, did Mom and Daniel ever put you guys in the shed or under the trailer anywhere? Grandma? Who was packing up? Yeah, what? Did Mom hurt you and Lily when she got mad? I believe I just heard her say, "I love you, Jack." Yep. Mom. Yeah, most definitely. Jack and Lily. After, what name did you just say? The shelf and the closet. And you said Malaya's mom, right? Okay. Okay. Jack and Lily. Do you know where Mom is now? Yeah, I think it says too. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Everybody's guilty. I don't doubt that, buddy. Jack and Lily, do you guys know where Mama is? Went off with what? Jack and Lily. Let Jack and Lily speak. Beach. You seen them do that? You seen her go there? Beach. In the sun. But Mom wasn't there looking for you guys. Did Mom already know where you were? Is that why Mom did Mom know where you were? That's why she didn't look? Did Mom and Grandma already know where you were? Jack and Lily? Did they not look for you because they already knew where you were? They're in a panic. Did Mom not want to look for you guys because she already knew where you were? Jack and Lily, is there any way that you two could work together and tell me where you are? Bathroom and what? Can you tell me where you are, Jack and Lily? Can you tell me something you can see? So hang on, Summer. Summer said, but that's good. Yeah, it's good, love. Summer, help these babies. They're right under everyone's nose, but they just happen to be just a little bit too little to know how to explain where they are. Jack and Lily Sullivan. Is there anything, Jack and Lily, wait, Jack and Lily, is there anything that you would like to say to Mom or Daniel? If they are, go ahead and say it so they can hear it. Jack and Lily. Jack and Lily Sullivan. If there's anything you would like to say to why Jack? Okay. What about you, Jack? What would you like to say? I've got one more question for you. Jack and Lily Sullivan, I need you to hear me really good. Really good. I've heard you guys say pillow a lot. Are you actually saying pillow or are you saying meadow? The baby. Let them clarify. Jack and Lily. What? No. Jack and Lily Sullivan. I thought you were saying pillow. Is that what you guys were saying? Or were you saying meadow, your sister? Let Jack and Lily speak. Jack and Lily. Hear me, love. Jack and Lily. Were you saying? You working a nerve, woman. Okay, baby. Okay. She's on the rampage. You won't shut up now, so. Yeah, I suppose that the authorities up there probably need to do a little bit more apologizing because they really, really, really failed at their job. They went at it very poorly. Not very well trained, or just went head over heels and just overlooked everything. I believe these babies are right there under their noses. I believe that they have been moved. And this is not for children's ears. 18 and above, please. During death, your bodily fluids leave your body. You also have gases that leave the body that cracks the skin, and it leaves. I mean, it leaks sweat, water, everything that's in your system. All that liquid will come out, and it does it. mm, If you don't stay at about 42 degrees for at least 48 hours or so, and if you're room temperature, it it can happen within 2 to 3 days, hot as it's been. Um, if they if that's the case, and they were hidden in a closet and a cabinet, uh, then there very well could be uh, uh, DNA right there, and they wouldn't be able to get it up with just some bleach and mean green. No, it would still show. It stains, it sticks, it smells. I mean, then you would know they're trying to cover the tracks because you would see green lime all over the place trying to cover it up. Um, so if that's the case, and they are going ahead and yes, very badly, and I don't know how she could still be staying in there if that's the case. I would think she would probably be over in the trailer with Jack by now, but just not letting authorities come in either one. There's just some body fluids that you cannot get up all the way. Uh, I guess for the best way to say this is with them saying that they look very sickly, malnourished. Uh, yeah. Uh, you know, now we're just saying if because they said these areas. Um, Now that I said, were you ever there? I heard shed. I had heard crawl space. I heard cabinet. I heard closet. And if this is in fact the situation, then that mom knows exactly why they want to come back in that home because they will not be able to get that up. They would have to cut it out. And if they listen to this and they look in them spots and they kitchen's gonna have a linoleum or tile down. Bathroom, linoleum or tile. One or the other. I heard Jack say bathroom as well. Maybe that's where he ran when he started getting his whooping. These body fluids is like a mold. It just will not go away until a lot of time has passed. I mean, it takes months for that smell to leave. I got a buddy that works in the morgue, and he embalms, and he showed me a video one time. Man had been laid out for 3 days. He'd done been embalmed, and he was laying there in the casket. And when everybody would leave, they would close the casket. They came back the next morning. The casket was open. And the reason it was open is because the gases, even them taking the blood out, all them other gases and liquids are still in your body. The only thing they take out is the blood, and not all the blood. But the gases that stay in your bowel, stay in your tract of your small intestines and large intestines and things such as that, fluid that builds up around your lungs and your heart, it causes gases and it explodes and it will bust through the skin. He was a pretty heavy set fella, but it was enough impact that it knocked the lid open on that coffin, and they had to lock the door and refix everything before they could let the family come back in. So, with them saying that Jack wouldn't hush and listen, that they taped his mouth and bound his hands, and talking about closet, they probably put him in a closet or something, punishment or whatnot, or that she tried all that, or they tried all that, that didn't work, and everything went haywire. She snapped, and there you go. I would love to be able to say that these children are alive and well. Love to. The only way I can pick up their energy like that right there, if they're not deceased, would be because they're sensitive themselves. They'd have to be going through some kind of dramatic depression to ever figure out what that is, what that sixth sense can do. It's not easy to get somebody that's still alive, but you seen real quick as soon as we turned it on. The first thing they said was about Jack and Lilly. You heard Jack's name. You heard everything I heard. It's got too deep. Old numb nuts done said, "Well, we done went too far now." That was his excuse on one of the updates. And I guess what he meant by that was, well, they done pissed off Daniel. So he's ratting on Malaya and her mama. And with the kids saying that they all agreed together, then that would be Daniel, probably Daniel's brother, Daniel's mama, Malaya, Numbnuts, and anyone else, maybe a couple of her friends, uh, maybe know about it. But if that's the way this thing's played out, and they hit them like that, and even not having intentions for these children to have succumbed to their starvation or uh, heat, being locked up in a closet, they can smother that way. Uh, Being in a cupboard, they can smother that way. You put duct tape on your own mouth and bound your hands, and you know lay out there you know on the road for just a little while and see how long it takes you to start cooking. These babies have just been done terrible. Now it's time that the authorities up there get a court order, print one out, a search warrant, go in, get the DNA, match it up with a blanket, match it up with the blood on the panties, uh, whatever else they need, hair, whatever they need, which they shouldn't even made of that. They done got numb nuts confession that she done snapped and did something she can't take back. It had bunk bed in it, so I don't know. Probably two good sized rooms on one on each end, and then a smaller one in the middle. Unless it's just a 2 bedroom, I don't know. Yeah, and that brought me back to what I was fixing to say. They are a group. Uh, you can Google uh, uh, crime scenes, crime scene cleanups, and it will show you in detail of what they have to do. What just one drop of blood can go through. You'll be surprised. If they were smacked in the mouth, if they was, because apparently she said he wouldn't be quiet, so they taped his mouth and bound his hands. So if she smacked his mouth and put something over his mouth or a rag in his mouth and taped it up, bound his hands, put him in a closet or something, well, I, this is where this is where I believe is going to set a difference between then and now. The only thing that might change out of the whole scene, it may not have been intentional so much. I do believe there were drugs involved. Their first claim was that they were in and out of sleep. And if you've been up on dope for a few days, you crash out, you don't want to wake up by hearing no yapping. So you're gonna go right back out. Trust me. If they did all this and crashed out, left them children overnight or a couple of nights in a closet or in a cupboard or whatnot, then that's what took place. Forgot about, and the inevitable happened, and now this is their way of trying to crisscross everything and cover it up. I mean, that even makes more logic sense than what they've been saying. Like somebody leave a child in a hot car, you know. Well, if you bound a little 4-year-old boy mouth and bound his hands up, throw him in a closet, and forget about him for a day and night or whatever, hot, whatever. I mean, 4-year-old. Lilly said that he would wake her up with his finger. And she has said the same things about mom being mad and him being mad and taking it out on them. And I believe they were punished. I believe they did something stupid. I believe they forgot about the children or just didn't care. Crashed out, woke up to something that they know they can't take back. And they're using every excuse. And that is why Numbnuts said it just like this. If the reservation, if they could have got to the reservation alive, they could have been out of the spotlight and be living fine. if they could have got to the reservation alive. So now, with Daniel pissed, okay, now Malaya, they don't tell him now what Malaya can do. Because she knows if Daniel's going off, something happened. Somebody found out something. These poor babies. Yeah. And just the very same thing that we heard earlier uh, said the same thing. Said that one in a closet and one in a cupboard. And if that's the case, which why would 4 people lie about the same thing? I mean, even against them dummies. But that's where they believe that the DNA is, and that is exactly where the DNA is at. If they could get back in that trailer. And I don't understand why they ain't done it. I mean, waiting, that's stupid. If these children are in fact deceased, no matter if it was a mistake or not, give them a proper resting zone, a permanent address, dadgummit. Let them rest in peace. Not keep going with all this. Because all you're going to do is just drag the kids through the mud. Make them have to relive it every minute, everything you talk about. That's why you got to be so daggone careful of what you say and ask of these children. That's exactly right. And I heard that too, that last part you just said. I heard another female said they were in the wall. They're behind the wall. Yeah. So they know where to look for some new evidence and DNA. Yeah. Exactly. But I think when they come back, it ain't gonna matter if her chihuahua's having seizures. They gonna go in there because they'll have a search warrant. And I don't understand why they ain't done it. They should have done this a long time ago. They had that theory, or they wouldn't have never brought this kind of stuff up. I mean, no, they might not can sit and do the same thing I can, but they can listen. They said they take any kind of tip they can. Well, prove it. We just heard that they were in these areas and then moved again. Or moved again? I don't know. Could be in somebody's basement. Could be in that well. We also heard again tonight Lilly said Jack and then said teeth again. Well, guys, I'm supposed to get off here. We got to get up in the morning.
Early.
Alice, 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
You have set the clock. And we got to get back so you can be at work at 11.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
So we got to run to town in the morning, a little after 9. So.
And then I have to be straight out at work.
We have to come back from town, take her to work, and then I'll be on probably 12:31, something like that. I'll have her to make sure she sets her clock, Alice. And remember, you got 3 things coming your way. We'll give you that.
I know I forgot to do something.
What? Well, that other one we can send off tomorrow because
I know, but
we got to put it in that thing.
stuff in that thing.
We got to put that other thing in there. That one's already, but we gotta send these other 2 off. So, anyway, just send me the code in the morning, and we will head straight down there and try to get her back to work before she's late. I love y'all, and I will see you tomorrow or today.
Yeah.
And for your new ones, thank you for joining the Jazz We Found.
Have a good night.
Love every one of
Sweet
you.
dreams. And dream about
And if you
cotton
do
candy.
dream about me.
No, dream about cotton candy and candy in general.
No, what she'd want you to dream about is cotton candy and unicorns.
No, just cotton candy and regular candy.
Good night, y'all.
Yeah, I had to.
Yeah.